Before this video starts, I have something to tell you. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers before Halloween of this year. If we hit 1,000 subscribers by Halloween, I will be doing a 12-hour live stream from noon to midnight. I'll be playing tons of games. It'll be so fun. It's just gonna be insane. So if you want to see that, go down and check if you're subscribed. It would help me out a lot and it would get you closer to the 12-hour stream. Alright, that's all. Enjoy the video. So the other day I was thinking, I have a theory. Obviously everyone knows that Golden Trophy and all the other quests take place inside of a school play. That's why the enemies come down on the rope. That's why everything has this tacky play looking look. And especially that's why there's elements like the water fountains, the school doors, and the clocks everywhere, as well as the lockers. But what I was thinking about the other day is, it seems as though each level in Golden Trophy represents something in the school. So in this video, I will be walking through Golden Trophy and explaining what I think each level represents in the school. This is obviously the backstage area where the theater kids prepare. They even have all their costume parts back here. So the kids at the school are actually playing the goblins. Just like the theater kids would prepare with their costumes and props, we come here to prepare for the battle ahead. Let's go check out what Act 1 represents. Act 1 and a lot of the other acts seem like hallways. They're just hallways with lockers in them, and as you can see, the walls look a lot like school walls. We have the clock, lockers, and banners everywhere. Here's the water fountain in level 1. This first part of Act 2 represents a hallway as well, but once we get to the top, there's something else that I think it might represent. We have the clock in this one as well. This area is different because it has nice couches and it's kind of like a lounge area. Therefore, I think that this level represents the teacher's lounge. Level 2. On to Act 3. And of course, we have the boulder in this act. I think obviously the reason you can fling this boulder and like lift it up so easily is because it's a prop. It's probably made of styrofoam or something. I'm thinking that the reason that this level has ramps, it goes down, is because this is supposed to represent like the stairs. We're going from one level of the school to the other level of the school. Level 3? Alright, so level 4 is a bit harder to identify as no school has lava in it, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and it's a little bit of a stretch, but hear me out. I believe that Level 4 is supposed to represent a courtyard in a school. As you can see, we have these narrow bridges which are supposed to represent the pathways in a courtyard, and the lava is supposed to represent the ground. When you're a kid, do you remember playing the floor is lava? Basically, that's what's happening here. The ground is lava because the kids in this school are just playing with the floor is lava in between classes. It would also make sense because it's in such an open area, and then we go back into an enclosed area inside over there. Here in Act 4, obviously no water fountain. Act 5 is just more hallways. It's like a bit of a maze, but there is a little bit of foreshadowing here. As you can see, there's a pile of books right here. Remember that when we get to the next act. Act 5. Taking a look at level 6, it's kind of easy to see which one I'm going to go with here. Act 6 represents the library of the school. Remember those piles of books from Act 5? This is why I believe that Act 5 was the hallways leading up to the library. Some kids probably forgot their books out there or something like that, but it's plainly obvious to see with all these bookshelves and books that this is the school library. Here's a water fountain at the start of Act 6. Now Act 7 is like most other acts, it is another hallway act. I was also thinking that this big empty room right here could be a classroom just without all the furniture. Obviously the theater kids have gone in here and like messed everything up to make it look good for the play. But it makes sense because the main hallway is blockaded by this. Therefore you have to go into the classroom and then out of the classroom to get back to the main pathway. Also, this part right here where you go in this narrow space with all these pipes and these weird looking windows, this could be the basement of the school. I never heard a school have a basement before, but if it did, it would probably look something like this. I scoured all of Act 7, but there is no water fountain in sight. There wouldn't be a water fountain in a courtyard because it's outside, or if you're in the basement of a school or like classrooms, they generally don't have water fountains either, so maybe it makes sense. As for Act 8, I believe that Act 8 is the outside of the school. Obviously, this room right here is inside, but it could be interpreted as the front of the school. If we apply the same logic that the lava is the ground, then that would mean that we would have to be outside again. This could be another courtyard, which I'll explain where this would go in a second. Here is the water fountain for Act 8. As for the finale room, I believe that this is the cafeteria of the school. It would explain why there's so many tables and chairs, and also 2 water fountains. It also makes sense because there's drinking goblets, and a big stage in the middle. So there you have it. That was basically the breakdown of my theory in Golden Trophy, how each room represents something in a school. It actually kind of blew my mind when I came up with the idea and saw how each area actually does represent the school quite well. But I don't know, am I biased? Let me know in the comments what you think about my theory. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.